I'm Katherine Woodman. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina, and I am a fine dining server. I mean, it feels really good. I'm super excited to be in the Big Brother house and to be a house guest this summer. I think no matter what happens, I'll have a lot of fun and I'll learn a lot about myself. But the goal is obviously to win that money at the end of the day. Outside of this game, I am a waitress. I accommodate to people's needs all the time, and I can keep a straight face when I genuinely don't like people very much, and they have no idea and still end up giving me money at the end of their service. So I think that's a skill that's going to really help me in this house because there's a lot more money on the line in this house than there is a tip at a table. I'm also, I have a degree in public relations. I know how to twist things, which is something that the PR professors never want you to say. But I can twist a story to make it sound right and to work in my favor. And I have that skill from 4 years at a university. So I am ready to go with the skills that I've developed. I want to compete on Big Brother to really prove to myself that I can do something like this. I can be taken seriously. I have gained all of these skills from experiences in my life, strength from going through a lot when I was younger, just some form of intelligence from going into school and learning how to read people at my job and in school as well and read situations. I think it's probably the best example to myself of what I can truly handle and also how much I can get out of a situation. My strategy going into the house is to kind of try to be everyone's friend. I don't want to be too overly that way, and people think that I'm just trying to make connections in order to stay in the house because I'm likable. But I think definitely after the first couple of days, I'm slowly going to be trying to infiltrate different little groups that I might see forming just to make sure that I'm still in the background of their heads as somebody that they enjoy being around and like being there. So I'm not a target up front when people are just trying to get rid of people and not get too much blood on their hands. I'm going to win Big Brother because I think people are going to underestimate me and they're not going to anticipate my strong social game. Some of my strengths going into this game are probably going to be the fact that people aren't going to look at me as somebody major to take out immediately, even though I'm going to attempt to do things kind of behind the scenes. I also think that one of my strengths is going to be the fact that people just end up trusting me all the time. I am kind of like the secret vault that people always tell things to in my personal life, and I think that's going to be applicable to the house. I think one of my weaknesses in the Big Brother house could potentially be me being a little too trusting. I'd like to think that I'm going to have my guard up, but I don't want to be one of those people that ends up blindsided for trusting the wrong people. I think when I get into the house, I'm going to be pretty honest about who I am. I think the way that I present myself might be a little falsified. I'm not going to intentionally try to get anybody to think that I'm smart or I'm thinking too much about this game. I'm totally fine with being viewed as kind of the ditzy person running around the house that brings a little bit of sunshine in, more so than somebody that's taken very seriously, which I think would be a bit of a misinterpretation of me. I think a showmance this summer is something that I could be open to. It's not something that I'm actively going to be looking for, but I think if I can find a way to have a little bit of extra fun for maybe a week or two, I'll do that, but I don't really see it being something that continues on for my entire gameplay in the house like some people do. I think whether or not I'm a hero or a villain in the Big Brother house is more so going to depend on the people I'm surrounded with. I think if the majority of everyone there is getting on my nerves, then I will more than likely end up being a bit of a villain. I don't think I can hold back my personality quite that much that I wouldn't get annoyed with them. But under normal circumstances, probably a little bit more so hero way. We just have to see who's there. I think I can crush my enemies potentially by, once again, just them underestimating me. I think it's something that they're not going to expect if I go behind someone's back or if I make a slight bit of moves. I think I'm a bit manipulative, and I think I can convince people that my ideas are their ideas if I need to get some strong people out. I think my secret weapon is going to be the fact that I am going to come off extremely trusting. I think that people aren't going to be expecting much from me probably going in, and I genuinely want to portray myself that way, so that's going to be a big part of my gameplay. I think I'm going to bring to the show somebody that is a bit younger, and there have been young people before, but someone with a lot more depth, I think, than anybody that's probably been on this show below 25 before. I've experienced a lot of things in my first 23 years of life already, and I think it's going to show a lot more facets of myself than I think a lot of people my age would be showing. Honestly, my fan level is like, I'm a big fan. I love the show. I'm very entertained by it. Super fan, not so much. I wish I was. I think it would really help my preparedness, but I have seen a few seasons and I love it. It was something that I got kind of hooked on immediately in the past like year and a half, honestly. There's only so much you can watch in that short amount of time, so we'll see how that works for me. I will be the one to watch this summer because I am probably going to be one of the most entertaining people in that house. I genuinely think that I'm just going to be a fun person to see navigate the game. I think most people these days are super fans and they are so incredibly cautious with their gameplay, which, yes, is good, but also have fun, make moves, do something important while you're there. You know, you don't want your time wasted just being super cautious of everybody else in the house. I think Big Brother is genuinely the staple entertainment for Americans. It has funny moments, it has these big, outlandish competitions that are just fun to watch and seem like, wait, I wouldn't mind competing in that just for fun, let alone for money. There's a lot of things at stake, whether or not it's relationships within the house, friendships, also the money at the end of the day. I mean, there's so many different things going on, and it never gets boring. So I think that's why Big Brother is just such a staple American show for people to watch.